Everybody, what's happening? My name is Jamie Dean.
And I'm Scott.
And we are back doing another Playmates Classic Collection unboxing for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles collection. What are we looking at today, Scotty?
Ooh, well,
the big boy.
The Resistance.
The
Turtle van, the Party Wagon.
The Party Wagon, look at that. Yes, I know. This is like, they must be so...
Same art.
I shudder to think how many of these are filling...
They had to shell out.
Come on! He's here all day,
Yep.
Unfortunately. I shudder to think how many of these are in landfill. Because, like...
None is the answer. Better be the answer.
There's so... this was like in every turtle-loving kid's household, I feel. Yep. The party wagon. Everyone had a party wagon. I had a party wagon when I was a kid. You had a party wagon when you were a kid. People I knew had party wagons. It was like I feel like it was like the toy of the age, you know? This was like of the early 90s, late 80s, early 90s, this was the toy. Maybe even more so than the fucking turtles themselves, I think.
Possibly.
You think so?
Possibly. Yeah. No, it was iconic to have a great vehicle, and
this was a great vehicle.
Yes, it was a great vehicle. Yeah, for the turtles.
So we got the lovely box art.
Box art.
Now, what I love about this box is like this is, as far as I can tell, pretty much identical to the original Party Wagon box. So, and certainly when I got this in, and this was the first thing I got in out of this classic collection lot that I picked up, it was like just like a fucking slap in the face, like from the 1990, you know? It was like just wham, and I was right there again, just with the packaging alone. And I love how like old and retro, even like the back of it looks, you know? Just so like just plain blue background, showing what you get in the box.
Yep.
Oh man, it's so good.
It's like enough said.
Yep, pretty much.
This is it.
All right, shall we do the honors?
Yep.
Shall we get into this thing?
Let's all right, here we go.
Not the first party wagon you've got into in your life, Scott.
No,
it won't be the last either.
This is where. Let's see where we.
I think we're going top.
It's
or is it
no,
sides?
It's sides again.
Again.
Sides again. For something like this, you'd think top would be.
But no.
Where it goes, but no, it's sides again. Alrighty. There we go.
Whoop! You want to knife me?
Yeah,
I mean, like not figuratively speaking, not literally.
There you go.
Depends on the day, I ask.
There you go. Take her.
All right, here we go. It's coming out.
Bring her on home.
Look, this is like...
I have to hold it. Like, really hold it.
This is what's like delivering a baby.
Yep. Except this is one that you want. I love my kids.
I love your kids.
I love my kids. Woo!
There it is. So it comes in a bit of like a, not a clamshell, but this molded plastic packaging.
Yep.
So we'll get rid of that. Whoop.
I may have to move the box even further across because it's...
That's okay.
Oh, there we go.
Look at that. I'll leave that with you for now. Wow, there we are. So there's a bare naked party wagon. Stickers pre-attached. Which is nice. Yep. I like that. I can't remember if the original one had stickers already attached or whether you had to put them on. It came with a sticker sheet. I don't remember. Do you remember?
I am fairly confident they were all attached.
Yep.
Because they were all in the same spots.
Yeah, okay.
Like they were all in the same spots from every turtle van that I had seen.
Yep.
And unless...
Ooh.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Did you see that? One more time.
Just
one more time for the kids at home. Just come on. Oh, maybe I've got to have this down.
Yeah, because it's the plastic coloured bit in the lid.
Ready? Once more.
Is what?
Once more with gusto. Oh, yes. Nice. Look at that. Inside. And then we've got like the little armoured front here. I actually don't remember that.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't
Yep.
remember that part. That must have
it
busted off of mine real
It
quick.
absolutely is in there because I had mine.
Yep. I definitely do not have any recollection of there being like a little front bit on there.
Yeah.
So now we've also got here, we've got some what look like instructions,
Wow.
as well as all of the weapons. So we're going to pop all these out. And while I do this, Scott, you said before we started filming that you had a Party Wagon story to tell.
Oh.
As I think we all do.
Well, it was more. So I used to. So when I played with my Party Wagon, out front of my house.
The toy, that is.
The toy. Out front.
We don't want that story. We don't want that story.
Out front of my house was a little mini mullock full of dirt, which my mum was.
A mini what?
A mini mullock heap.
I've never heard that word in my life. What does that mean?
So a mullock heap is so when miners would dig all these holes to create mines.
Yeah.
All the dirt that they dug out would get put in a massive pile, and that over time would grow into a mountain, and that was called a mullock heap.
Oh, well.
And trees would spring from it. And,
educational as well as entertaining.
Yeah, trees would spring from it and everything. We have them all over Ballarat because it was a huge mining town back in the 1850s.
Yep. I would call that a hill.
Yeah, well, it turns into one over time, but it's a mullock heap because
it's
it's
a
all
baby
loose.
hill.
It's all compacted, loose soil. It's not a natural formation.
Right, okay.
Which I think is the discerning difference of
Okay.
mullock heap. And so anyway, my mum would have this huge pile of dirt at our place because it was for her garden beds.
Right.
It was for her garden beds she was making. And as she would go up to it with the wheelbarrow and, scoop up the dirt, fill up the wheelbarrow and go back over, and this was a huge mountain. I could walk along the top easily.
Yeah.
Over time, she ended up sort of digging out this sort of middle sort of trench hill sort of thing. And it was perfect for action figures because it was created like a dirt mountainous terrain and stuff, and it was like the path she used to dig out with the shovel created like a sort of a dirt road sort of thing. So I have a lot of memories of playing with my turtle van going up this
rolling
dirt
that bad boy
mountain with the turtles popping out, and on the because she dug in so much, there'd be like cliff faces. So I'd have like bad guys on top of those because they ambushed them.
Nice.
And like a bit of a bottleneck. It was it was great. That was my Tales Van. Now I remember. Is it's not there? Okay.
What's that?
So
I remember.
So this is different.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a couple of things different. Well, I don't remember these.
Right. Yes.
So is that in? So I don't remember these, and
I can show if you like.
Yeah.
Yep. We're talking about these metal.
And this one in particular right here, because my door would come off very easily.
Right.
And it was just a.
So would mine actually.
Slide it in the groove there.
Yep.
But I distinctly remember there being no metal parts apart from the spring.
Yep.
And mine also came with a rubber band.
Yes. Now.
As a seatbelt.
Yes. And it even says in the instructions in here, place figure onto seat and fasten into place by using the rubber band as shown. Now, it doesn't say by using a rubber band as shown. It just says by using the rubber band.
Yeah.
Indicating that there is one in the box.
So,
but I just went looking through the packaging and the bag. There is no rubber band here anywhere. No rubber band seatbelt at all. There's not one, I'm assuming, in the bottom of the box anywhere.
Yep.
Does it even say on the back of the box in the picture that shows what we're getting? He doesn't even look like he's rubber banded in there, does he?
He's not rubber banded in there.
So BYO rubber band.
Bring your own rubber band.
Okay.
But
cheap.
Yeah, I remember mine. That's almost as egregious as batteries sold separately.
A little bit, yeah. A little bit.
But yeah, that's freaking fantastic.
Should we put all these fixtures on?
Yes. Oh, by all means.
All these bits and pieces?
Turtle van and up.
All right, so let's get the most important part, which is the spoiler here.
The spoiler, yep.
Now you can see these are all pre-stickered, but they haven't done a fantastic job, if I'm being honest, on the stickering. No. There's a lot of bubbles and creases and stuff in the stickers, and I'm noticing that sort of all over the van. On the front bumper,
Yes,
it's not quite
yes,
put on
yes.
properly.
It's not
The
flush.
turtle on the front isn't put on properly. But the spoiler's probably the worst part in terms of... Whoop, there we go.
And it's
Oh, God.
and it maintains a much
Just
more...
hit the microphone with the fucking...
How's that for your spring action?
How's that for some turtle
For your foot
ASMR?
tenderizing weapon. Spring action foot tenderizing weapon, it says on the box.
Oh, is that what it's called? A foot
A
tenderizing
foot
weapon?
tenderizing weapon, yep.
Interesting. All right, so these go here.
Sideways, yep.
And
That's
here?
That's exactly it.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I
I like that you're doing this from memory here. I'm going to take the manual.
Well,
so.
I wouldn't so much say memory as I am just figuring it out.
No, memory.
I'm pretty good at just figuring shit out and making it work. Now these feel quite, they're quite like
they are
bendy. They're made of like a fairly, like I wouldn't say that they're rubbery, but they're made of a soft plastic that's quite bendy.
Definitely soft plastic.
I don't know if that's a positive or a negative. I mean, the original ones were quite hard plastic.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see there too, like, very bendy.
Yep.
Guns, where do these bad boys go?
On the top.
Oh, on the top of these?
On the top of them.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, there's one. I mean, I guess the bendiness is like handy when it's getting bashed against walls and whatnot. But I think I would have preferred the hard plastic. That one only just fits.
Yep.
All right.
That's that.
We've got a radar dish here.
So this fits on the top nozzle.
Oh, even when it's facing down?
Yeah.
It goes.
Yeah. Yep.
Which way?
Yeah. It's so it's the crescent part is the part down.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Like that.
Yep. Done.
And then
we got this.
This is what I lost. With mine. This was the first thing to lose.
Yep. No. I'm guessing. I'm just having a guess that this goes on here. Am I accurate in that?
No, that's exactly it.
No. Hang on. This might be
easier
for me to do.
It doesn't want to help you out.
That's like, I don't know if you can see that. That's like kind of, it's hard to show on the camera. It's actually quite bent. Can you see that?
Yes, it is. I think that also might be why your door isn't flush, because I think the lip is
true.
The plastic's mold.
So the first thing I'll say, I'm going to tell my
party
wagon story, right? Mm-hmm. Is my first impression of this party wagon is that it feels very cheap. I'm going to say that straight off the bat. It feels very cheap to me. The plastic feels very cheap. It's all very bendy. It's all very kind of soft.
Yep.
There we go. Done.
There we go.
And we got a little... These were stickered originally.
Yes, they were.
But these ones don't have stickers.
Even the box art shows them stickers.
They do too. These cheeky fuckers. They load up in there. But like, even this little door here, like, feels very like loose and cheap. This feels cheap. Like it all, to be perfectly honest, it all feels like, it doesn't quite warrant the price of admission to some degree, I don't think. It looks the business. It looks fantastic. If you were to just put that on a table and see it, I think it looks great. But when you pick it up and you feel it, to me, it feels like a cheap toy. It doesn't feel like a very well-made, heavily constructed toy. And the reason I say this is because my original party wagon, I used to live on a really, really big hill. Not like a, what'd you call it?
Malachite.
Like a real hill, an actual hill, right?
Yeah.
Really, really big. The biggest hill in town, in fact. And so all the houses on the hill were sort of like, had these big sloped driveways, concrete driveways. Then you had to like drive further up the hill to get to the house, right? And my brothers and I used to ride our party wagon down this driveway, right? And we did that for years and years. We'd sit on it and we'd ride that bad boy like a go-kart all the way down the driveway. This does not feel like
it could hold 10-year-old Jamie.
If a young child sat on this, I feel like it would crack immediately. And I think that's why I'm looking at it and feeling it and thinking like, wow, there's a huge, huge dip in quality compared to the original party wagon here. Because there's no way on God's green earth that any kid is going to be riding this down a
hill.
A 50-meter driveway like we were.
I certainly never rode my party wagon.
But that's what I'm saying. It held up. That original party wagon took so much punishment from us.
Wow.
Using it like that and just kept on going. Shit! I forgot to put the bombs in there.
Yeah, you had the bombs in there. That was your shot. Look at these are the bombs.
Hang on, can we do a
bombing
shot on this direction?
Yep.
And see if we can make this happen. All right. I don't know how well you
need it back.
Here we go. You do the honor, Scotty.
Back a bit further.
Yep.
Ready?
Yep. Force field's down.
Yep.
Go. Oh! Bang, 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 bang. Foot stinks.
Yep. Foot stinks.
So I don't have a loose Ninja Turtle at the moment to actually put in the seat or to house in there. They look like they're going to fit just fine. Like, it looks a lot smaller than I remember, but I guess I was a lot smaller.
Yeah, no, this is.
I remember the Party Wagon. Again, I used to sit on it and ride it. You know, like it used to feel like a car.
Yep.
This feels like a little toy.
So yeah, it does fit all the turtles in when you really twist their legs. Really twist their legs to get them in. 2 in the front, 1 there, and 3 in the seats.
Yep. Oh god.
But that being said, though, when you had them all in there and it was stationary, it looks sweet.
It looks
sweet,
and it will look sweet. Like, it's a good.
Yeah.
I think ultimately, like, this is a nice display piece. Right? Because you see it and you remember the one that you used to have as a kid. It looks very, very similar to the one you used to have as a kid. So this is a good one, I think, that you could put up on a shelf somewhere and have some nice memories every time you look at it. As something to, like, give a child to play with, man, you're going to be, like, putting these fucking things back on all the time because they're that soft rubbery. They're not going to, like, stay in there very well, I don't think.
No,
I don't feel like it's going to take a lot of punishment to break this thing.
Certainly not down a hill.
Yeah. Like, on the practicality side and the build quality side, I am a little bit disappointed. Like, especially with the bubbles and the stickers and things, the cheapy plastic, the soft plastic.
Some of the stickers are slightly raising themselves.
Yeah.
But you can just pop them down.
Even this whole mechanism on the side here, to me, and again, I'm purely going off childhood memory here, but it even feels a bit cheap and nasty as well. But that's my impressions of it. Looks great. I think it looks fantastic. Yeah. I'm happy to have it. I'm gonna love having it on my shelf. But little 8-year-old Jamie
couldn't sit on it.
Yeah, is a little bit disappointed that it's not as well constructed as the original Party Wagon was. That's my first impressions of it.
That's probably what they're thinking of in mind of the people that are buying this.
Well, that's a good point.
It's just going to sit there on the shelf.
That it
doesn't need to be the same quality components that went into.
You're absolutely right. You know what? Yeah, you're probably 100% right. Like, it's being made as a display piece with that at the forefront of their mind, right? Like,
yes,
that it's not going to get practical use. That the door opens and the things fall out, and I'm not going to.
Does what it's supposed to do, sort of thing.
It does all the same. Goes through the same motions.
Themselves to think we won't notice.
That is a really, really good point. It's probably been made, aimed at adults who grew up with it in the first place. Clearly, it's aimed at adults who grew up with it in the first place. Kids aren't really going to connect with this particular version.
Turtle vans now have like disc launchers,
all sorts of crazy shit, right?
And stuff like just by default.
Yeah.
But figures look fantastic sitting in there when you got the lid up and everything.
Yeah.
But as soon as you roll it anywhere, like 2 feet, they're all piled in. Their heads are all collided. They're all just like a hodgepodge mess in the center of the van as soon as you open it because you've got them where you want them.
I remember I used to pack this thing too. Like, all my Ninja Turtles figures would fit in the back.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good times, man. Anyway, there it is. That is the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Classic Collection Party Wagon from Playmates, the re-release of that classic toy that we all grew up absolutely loving and some of us abusing.
And
all get out.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm glad you said it.
You didn't want to say it, but you'll let me say it. I
was going to say disrespecting.
Disrespecting, yeah, that's it.
But abusing is completely applicable.
Oh, okay, that's going to do it for us for this video, guys. But we've got more, if you can believe it. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Playmates Classic Collection unboxing material.
We have no money.
We had no money when we started this, and now we're actually in legit real trouble.
Yeah.
Help, send help. But until you see us on those ones, guys, my name has been Jamie Dean.
And I'm Scott.
Thanks so much for hanging out, and make sure you keep on side-scrolling. Take it easy.
Bye.